I'm Dr. T, and we're back at the National Association of Women Business Owners at the business conference here in Louisville, Kentucky. And you know what? It's all about power your dream. And sitting next to me, I have Suzanne Pease. Now, Suzanne is such a believer in NAWBO. And tell us about your roles that you've had in NAWBO.
Well, I've been a member for 35 years. Okay. One of the reasons why I've been a member for 35 years is at every stage. When I didn't know I was in business, I was just a freelance artist. NAWBO taught me that I was a business owner and I had to learn some things. And now that I'm more at the semi-retired stage of my life, there are still things that NAWBO does for me. At every stage of business, there was somebody that was looking to me to say, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
And somebody that I could look to say, I need help. And
Right?
so, NAWBO is for every businesswoman.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about the mentorship. It's all about the, helping people lift their business, learn. And now you have a business that you're doing. Tell us about your business.
Well, I really have two. I have a graphic design firm that I've had for 30 plus years. But I also, after I got off of the national board as chair, I found some hours that I didn't know that I had. And because of that, I had a client that I did a brochure for, and then I did their trade show booth. And she said, here's a thank you gift for it. And she brought me 3 beads. Well, I said, got to make something out of it in order to show that I appreciate her little gift. And I went over and I fell in love with the rocks.
Oh,
and so I do one-of-a-kind jewelry, statement pieces that, really
they're beautiful.
And it's really, it's for that woman that wants attention. And so NAWBO is also my ideal audience because, hey, what businesswoman doesn't want attention,
right?
And so I do say that, but whether it's your brochures and your collateral materials, or whether it's your outfit, if you want it to have attention, come see me.
Come see you. That is wonderful. And because you've been a business owner for the years, you've spent time in NAWBO. What kind of advice do you give people who are they're just starting out their business?
Well, actually, along with a grant from Wells Fargo Foundation, I have invented a program that NAWBO has right now. That is the Launch Right program. And it's for those people that are just starting out. Yeah. And what I did was I went to all the women in NAWBO that I've known for years and said, okay, your business is insurance, or your business is marketing, or your business is patents and copyrights. Can I interview you for 10 to 20 minutes? And so we have about 16 interviews for those people that are just starting out that really, want advice, maybe just on one topic.
Sure.
And, these are things that NAWBO's taught me. It wasn't that, I knew all this stuff. Somebody said, hey, you realize that indeed, if you send your assistant to the bank or to the post office, that car is now your business car, and you need an own vehicle insurance.
Yes.
And so those are the kinds of little tips that I thought, okay, why should I keep them to myself? Why not to pass them on?
I love that.
And so it's really been fun.
And people who are members get access to all of that. I mean,
the Institute has so many things.
A lot of opportunity there. And because you've over the years, your business is obviously ebb and flowed with everybody's. That's like an entrepreneurship. So those that have been in business for a while, what's kind of some advice you give them to keep sustaining and keep going?
Well, one thing that I was just giving advice yesterday at the reception, and her husband actually thanked me. And the reason is, I said, don't let somebody else define success for you.
Oh, I love that.
Because and this is something that I learned myself. I mean, I went to the employee route, and I'm a creative.
Yeah.
And, people said, oh, grow or die. You have to have employees, whatever. And I got to the point where I was a manager and I resented all of them. And so I got rid of them. And so just decide where you want to be in 10 years and then back up to what you have to do to get there. and know that that also changes over the years.
Yeah.
You know, kids are out of the house. Okay, let's get this ramped up and let's build a legacy, or let's build a nest egg. You get to 76, you then say, hey, it's time for me, and I want to drive to Washington. I just spent a month on the road. And so did the business not do anything for that month? I tell all of the clients that are regular clients, I'm going to be gone from here to here. Yes, I'll have the laptop, but I'm not going to do a lot of stuff. Get it to me by this date or you don't get it.
See, so and that's what happens when you go into a business that you have.
And so success means to me flexibility.
Yeah. I love that. And that's it. What does it mean for you now? If you're starting, if you're in the middle of your business, if you're in a couple years, if you've been in business for 35 years, it all changes and shifts. So it's about that flexibility. And that's why we're all here at the Power Your Dream NAWBO conference.
And my first NAWBO conference was in New York City in 1988. It goes on my calendar first. I've only missed 2 since then.
Since 1988, you've only missed 2.
I've missed 2.
See, that's why we come together.
That's why
we're all supporting each other, and we need to.
And it's also that support.
Yeah,
the board that I was on back in the early 2000s and end of 99. We get together every first Friday of the month for a Zoom call, and we get together at a retreat every other year. Wow. So these are friendships that
they go on and
on.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, fantastic. And how do they reach out to you and find you?
Well, SuzannePease.com is pretty easy. Right?
Easy. That's another bit of advice. Make it easy for people to get a hold of you.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, I am so happy that you came over here to talk with me. And I'm so glad you're here at the conference. You have some beautiful, beautiful jewelry. So I hope everybody reaches out to Suzanne Pease. Take some time. And that we're going to wrap up for the National Association of Business Conference here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Thank you.
Absolutely.